Have you ever had someone steal from you so confidently, so shamelessly that instead of apologizing when they got caught, they threatened to report you? That's exactly what happened when my coworker, Jessica, started swiping my lunch every single week. She had no idea I was preparing the perfect little trap that would turn her smug grin into panic. What happened next didn't just give me satisfaction. It restored my faith in quiet. No drama justice where karma does the heavy lifting. Picture a regular office straight out of a catalog. Beige walls, the faint buzz of fluorescent lights. Cubicles that all look like they've been printed from the same mold. And of course, the communal kitchen that permanently smells like burnt coffee, mystery soup, and leftover drama. That's where our story begins. I was a marketing coordinator, one of those behind-the-scenes jobs where you juggle spreadsheets, deadlines, and way too many quick meetings every day. My lunch was the bright spot in the middle of all that chaos. I meal prepped like clockwork. Pasta salad, grilled wraps, leftover stir-fry. Nothing fancy, but it was homemade. Healthy in mind, that little lunchbox was my sanity break at noon. Everything ran smoothly until Jessica arrived. You know, that coworker who floats around the office like they're the main character. That was Jessica. Loud voice, louder perfume, always at someone's desk borrowing supplies she'd never return. She had this uncanny ability to break rules, yet act offended when anyone pointed it out. The first red flag came one Tuesday. When I was heating up some leftover Chinese takeout, Jessica stood practically breathing down my shoulder, eyes glued to the microwave window like a dog watching steak. Wow, that smells amazing. She said I wish I was disciplined enough to bring food from home. Now maybe she meant it as a compliment. But something about her tone, it didn't sound like admiration. It sounded like envy, like she was mentally claiming it already. A few days later, my suspicions turned real. My leftover pizza disappeared from the fridge entirely. Not moved, not misplaced. Gone without a crumb. I searched everywhere. Even behind the old condiments that probably predated the office. Itself, nothing. I told myself maybe someone grabbed it by mistake. Yeah, right. The very next day, as I passed Jessica's cubicle around lunch, I caught a familiar smell. Oregano and garlic butter. The same blend I'd used for that exact pizza. There she was, typing away, pretending to work with a suspiciously familiar slice, half folded on a napkin. When our eyes met, she jumped slightly, chewed fast, and smiled way too wide. Oh, hey, how's your day going? That moment replayed in my head like a broken record. I didn't have evidence, just a gut feeling, so I let it go, at least for the moment. But over the next few weeks, it happened again and again like clockwork. Lasagna wraps, pasta, even a single cupcake I'd saved from a birthday party. If it was labeled Amanda and looked edible, it vanished. The breaking point came 2 Fridays later. I'd had the week from hell, tight deadlines, crazy clients, and decided to cheer myself up by bringing my grandmother's legendary lasagna. That recipe was sacred in my family. I layered it perfectly, added her signature basil sauce, then wrote on the container in thick black marker, "Amanda's lunch, please do not take." By noon, it was gone. My heart dropped. I stormed into the kitchen, hoping maybe someone accidentally moved it. Nope, fridge empty. Label gone, and right on cue, Jessica strutted in carrying an empty container. My container? Oh no, she said dramatically, rinsing it out under the sink. Did someone take your lunch again? That's terrible. You should tell HR to install cameras. The sheer hypocrisy of it nearly made me laugh. She was holding the evidence, washing away the crime scene, and suggesting I file a complaint. It was so absurd, it was almost impressive. That was the moment I decided no more playing nice. That night I hatched the plan. I made another batch of lasagna, but this time it came with a secret ingredient. Several doses of over-the-counter laxatives. Harmless in small amounts, but potent enough to guarantee a fast-acting lesson. I portioned it into the same container, labeled it the same way, and placed it lovingly in the fridge. The next morning, my real lunch, a basic turkey sandwich, stayed safe and sound in the cooler by my desk. Sure enough, a little before noon, Jessica wandered into the kitchen with that same casual air she always put on when she thought no one was paying attention. She looked around, found the lasagna, and popped it into the microwave like she owned the place. I forced myself not to look too interested, pretending to type while keeping one eye on the reflection of the kitchen window. She sauntered back to her desk, fork in hand humming. Perfect. Then the magic began by 12:20. I noticed her squirming small shifts at first, then larger fidgets at 12:35. She stood up abruptly and walked no speed. Walked to the restroom around 5 minutes later. She emerged pretending everything was fine. But 30 minutes after that, she bolted again by 3 p.m. Jessica had made 6 separate bathroom trips. Her once confident posture was gone. She looked pale, sweaty, and furious. I quietly recorded short clips, every time she sprinted down the hallway quick. Simple timestamped. I didn't even need the footage later, but having it made the victory sweeter. At the end of the day, she snapped. Jessica stormed over to my cubicle, clutching her stomach. Her voice came out sharp, hissed through clenched teeth. You put something in that food, didn't you? I've been sick all day. I'm going to HR for this. I turned slowly. Perfectly calm, that's a great idea. Let's go together. You can tell them all about how you got sick eating my lunch. Her face drained of color so fast it was almost comical. Your lunch. I said, holding her gaze mine. The same ones you've been stealing for weeks. The same ones labeled with my name. And guess what? I have proof. I tapped my phone screen, our hallway camera caught you, opening the fridge and taking my container. Every single time. That was a bluff, but she didn't know that. I leaned in just enough for her to see I was serious. You want to explain to HR why you've been eating other people's food every day? Or should I? Her jaw opened. Then shut again, the anger drained right out of her. Replaced by pure panic look. I'm sorry, okay? I didn't think it was a big deal. I'll pay you back or something. I smiled softly, no need. Just don't touch what's mine next time. And maybe learn how to pack your own lunch? She hesitated, then gave a tiny defeated nod and backed off, muttering an apology that barely reached her lips. From that day onward, Jessica never so much as glanced toward my food again. Her new lunches were store-bought, salads that looked as lifeless as her pride. She kept to herself in the break room, and peace finally returned to the fridge shelves. Sometimes justice doesn't need an HR report or a dramatic fight. It just needs a thief, a trap, and poetic timing. Have you ever dealt with a workplace food thief? What clever traps did you use to make your point? Drop your stories in the comments below, and if this little office tale of karma gave you the same satisfaction it gave me, smash that like button and subscribe for more stories, where bullies get exactly what they deserve.